some fuse holders, and there's the main fuse holder there. Along here somewhere probably. Yeah, I'll probably change that one for metal. I've also got to get my mains charger sitting on here, which has also got to run back. That is quite bright. Probably a bit too bright. That's all white, that is. What was the other thing? I've forgotten now. We're going to start having a look at doing some of the electrics, or a bit more to the electrics. Got some of these. They actually came out of the van when I stripped it down to start with. Cause there's a lot of electric stuff in here. I've already put one in there. I thought I'd have the blade fuses in here. The rest of the electrics is going to go in that side. So I've got one more to fit in there for that to do. Then I've got this lot to sort out, and that pile of stuff over there to fit. So there's a battery to battery charger, a mains charger, and consumer unit, 240 consumer unit. Got my battery here currently. I'm just running off this charger at the moment because it was pretty flat. That's the one that came out of here. I've got a new leisure battery to go in, but I'm just using this in the meantime. Yeah, so that is probably going to be in that location, but I think once I start getting stuff, this other stuff up on the wall, that might well change. See how the layout goes. I've also got some other bits to use which came out of the van as well. So there's a negative bus bar there in that box, some fuse holders, and there's the main fuse holder there, which I'll definitely be using. I'll probably be using that as well. Yeah, so now I'll start having a look at where things are going to go. So I'm going to have to move some stuff out of the way here. Yeah, have a look at what wiring I've got. Right, consumer unit, I think, is going to go there. And that'll be power point for the where is it? The charger, 12-volt charger, which yeah, I'm not quite sure where that's going to mount, because that doesn't have any sort of way of fixing that down as far as I can see. So I'm probably going to have to make a little little holder for that, something I can strap that down along here somewhere probably. Yeah, this I was originally going to mount there, but then because all the wires, well, they come out the bottom, they're all kind of in the way of where I've got this bit of trunking. So I think I'm going to put another piece of ply on here. I'm going to mount it on there with the main fuse board and the neutral bus bar. Yeah, so that will keep all the 12 volt nicely separated from the 240. Yeah, I think that'll be alright like that. Still got to sort that lot out down there. And also figure out where I'm going to put some 240 sockets. I think possibly a couple down there, or double one down there, and also over there somewhere in the kitchen area I'll need a couple. So yeah, but I can't do that one until, or the kitchen one, until the kitchen's in really, or at least the wall is in. I've got to put another one of these in the other side, but that'll probably go straight up. Yeah, so I think next thing will be fixing a panel to here And the other thing is, I can probably even bring the wires down if I leave a gap at the bottom here. Bring the wires down behind and out maybe, just to keep everything neat. I'll put that in some trunking just to try and tidy that up. The main feed is down here somewhere, this one here. You can see down there, probably can't, but that's actually feeding that socket over there at the moment. So it's just trailed loose across the floor. But until I get another power point put in, because that's only a 6 amp that. I don't know if I'm actually running anything more than that. Yeah, I have to work it out. Might be able to run stuff off there temporary. And then I can connect my hookup input to that. Yeah, and then temporarily put the lid on it until I get the other run the other cable. Yeah, so as always, it's just a case of doing what you can do. Yeah, I'll probably change that one for metal. I do prefer the metal ones rather than that. I've got stuff banging around in the back here. Well, that's plastics. There. Yeah, we shall see. Slight change of plan, as always. Different day. I've decided to put that right at the end there, because you've got these different settings on here. If I ever need to change it, right down that end, it would be kind of awkward to get to, because this is going to be under the bed here, all this area. So that is probably more accessible at that end. So that's where that's going. So I've got my feed live, and the neutral, which I'm going to put on this. Now fitted this negative bus bar here. So there'll be one. These are from the front, so these are actually from the converter's connector, which is driver's side door pillar. There's a little socket in there. It's currently unplugged, obviously, which goes direct to the battery via a 50 amp fuse. Yeah, so there's a negative and a positive in that plug. So I need to put an end on that to connect it to there. I've already got an end on that one, so that will go sort of via that connection point there, carry on to there along with the feed. Then I'll need another live coming back to the battery live, oh, via the fuse board. Yeah. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, so this connector here. So there's a main battery lead there. There's also one here which actually got the terminal on, so I've got to connect those together. That's got to be bolted onto there. This goes to the chassis, so I've got a chassis negative, and also the negative going back via this 6mm cable. I think a 6, yeah. Yeah, so that'll be that. I'll probably go into this in a bit more detail once that's done. It'll be a bit clearer once it's all connected up. Yeah, so I thought that'd be a good place to put the negative, and I'll either put the fuse box, the main fuse box there, or on here somewhere. Yeah, so out of the way. Yeah, so good to sit on there. It really depends how the cables lay, I think. So I've also got to get my mains charger sitting on here, which has also got to run back along there round to the battery. Yeah, so anyway, I'll get some ends on, get that connected up, and that'll hopefully make a little bit more sense. Yeah, and I'll also need to get another negative going down to pick up all my 12 volt cables, which are going away to the whatever they're feeding, LEDs and USBs and all that. Yeah, so there's a little bit more to do as yet, but I think I know where I'm going to put everything now, which is half of the challenge really. Yeah, and these chargers, so this is compatible with a Euro 6, which I thought this van was. I thought these 2015 Ducatos were Euro 6, but having a look online, I'm not sure they are. So they won't have a smart alternator. So I probably could have got away with a split charger, which in fact all that was in here originally when I got it, which was a factory fitted system for the BT fleet vans. That did just have a relay, although it was a kind of complicated setup how that was done. But yeah, but anyway, these are a better thing. They're better for the battery anyway. Yeah, so it does have these ignition switch modes which you can use. I probably won't. I'll see how it works without, because it has a built-in timer thing on it to start charging, so I'll see how that works. And if not, I think you can. I think I did see a YouTube video which said you can actually use this bottom one with a normal ignition feed, and it will just switch on and off with the ignition. So we might have a look into that. Yeah, the other thing with that, I'll have to get the have to show you in the instruction manual, but it actually it's kind of back to front. I've got these in the instruction manual, I've got these marked up the wrong way round, I think. Might confuse you if you just read the instruction manual and didn't look at this connector here. Yeah, so anyway, let's get on, let's do something. I fitted a little row of switches, not wired in yet. I don't know whether I should be using all of those, but that was a strip of 5 and that was reasonably cheap, so if you've got spare ones, doesn't really matter. Yeah, so that's going to come through the back here. I've just only got the negative thing on there at the moment. They did come with the positive strip, but I'm probably going to be individually wiring these, so don't know whether I shall do each one separately. And just a couple of holes here, which is for that to go in. Voltmeter with a switch for that as well, separate switch. So that will come through the back there, and I will then need to box off that piece and run some wires down there. Yeah, so yeah, coming along, a little bit more done. Oh yes, and also, I don't know if I put this on, I have fitted that, main fuse there. I have got a master battery switch to go in somewhere. Yeah, and another one of these. Not enough room on there, got all my connections on, I don't think, so because obviously I'm going to have one go down for all my fuse, all the wires, the local 12 volt wires. Yeah, so a bit more done anyway. Those fitted on that side, these in here now, and I'm just boxing in around the back, so I just run these battens all the way round. So I'll then put a piece of ply over the top of there. Yeah, and then I can, just a little hole in the corner there, so I can run some cables down to my fuse boxes which are behind there. Yeah, so I think that'll be okay. Just need to wire it up. Also got some LED strip to go along there, so I need to also get the wire through. So I might just bring it inside this cupboard here. I think if I drill directly through into the cupboard, I can then wire it up via the back there. Yeah, that'll be okay. Yeah, actually I can drill a hole in the end through that way. I think, depending on how far over I go. Yeah, as long as I go far enough over to miss that batten. These, yeah, so this is the sort of like an aluminium extrusion, which will go up there. Like that. These do actually come with little clips. These little things here, little steel clip, spring clips. But I don't think I'll use them. I think because that sort of stands off a little bit, like that. I suppose that would look okay, but I think what I might do is drill some holes in the back and just fit that direct to there. I think that looks a little bit neater. You don't get that gap there then. I think if I was fitting on carpet, if I was going to carpet up inside there, on the bottom of here, clips might be a good idea because it'll keep it away from the carpet. But as I'm not, I think I will just fix them direct. So I think first thing to do is put a hole in, and then I can run that. This is my cob lighting. It's 10 watt per meter. It does actually have, this does come with diffuser, which I will put on, but the stuff I've got actually has got a built-in, you can just fit it straight like that. So it's got a lot of built-in finish to it, but yeah, I don't know, it only sticks on with this. Is it 3Ms? Oh, it's 3M. Well, assuming that is real 3M and not fake 3M. I mean, that probably would stick okay, but yeah, I think I'll just run these channels. Yeah, so I'll drill some holes, small screws, that'll be fine. Yeah. So that's the channel fitted. Did drill a hole. Well, I was going to fit it a little further out, and then because the length of the screws I had were a bit too long, they would have gone straight through the base of this unit and stuck up inside. So I've actually set it so these go into the batten that's inside there. There's a batten runs along the back. You probably can't see it there, so dark and dingy. Yeah, and also I used a piece of 6mm ply just to use as a packer when I fitted that. So I've got a gap up the back, so when I come and do the carpet, I can tuck that, hopefully, up behind that channel, so you get a nice neat edge. Right, so that's that bit in, so I can now cut my stuff to length, push the wire through and stick it on. It's 2.5 meters there. and this is about 1.5 meters, I think. This is 1500, so I'll leave a meter I can use somewhere else. Although I might actually get another reel of that and do the same in that side. Use that odd meter somewhere else. Don't know where. Right, so let's see if I can stick this, cut that down and stick that stuff in. I think you can just cut it with scissors. There are certain places you can only cut it. Yeah, so I'll have to work out where the cut points are and do that. Just dropped a couple of wires down to the battery just to give it a try. If I can get a good connection. There we are. That is quite bright. Probably a bit too bright. That's warm white, that is. Yeah, so I might have to put a dimmer on there, or I'll just put the diffuser on and see what that looks like with that on there. Do I want to do that? I'm just thinking when I spray that, got spray glue on there, haven't I? I'll have to just mask it off, and hopefully that'll be. Yeah, let's put the diffusers on, see what that looks like. Yeah, and that's with the diffuser on, so yeah, that is still pretty bright. Well, brighter than I like it anyway. I like it a bit dimmed down a bit. So I could either just put fixed resistors in, or see if I can find a dimmer, which might be better actually if I can find a dimmer. But yeah, so that's with, that's without. Right, now I shall wire they into one of these switches. Yeah, so let's see, if I have one switch for this side, one switch for that side, and I can do them independent. So that's two switches. Forget what I was going to do with this now. That's probably got to be, that might be another USB, possibly. Oh, I have got some little spotlights. That might be a little spotlight there actually. Yeah, so it'll be 1, 2, kitchen light over there, three switches. I suppose I could use one for the heater, one for the water pump. Yeah, that will use all 5 then. Yeah, so I will need to independently wire these. That's what comes with a little red version of this, when you string them all together, that thing. But I think I would just, the new ones all string together will be the lighting circuits, the water and the water pump and the what was the other thing? I've forgotten now. Whatever else it was. Bloody short-term memory. Yeah, the other two things will be independent anyway. Yeah.